Welcome back everyone to the Working Class Revolt, and today I want to share with you a clip of Kemi Badenoch, the new official opposition leader and the leader of the Conservative Party, take on Keir Starmer at Prime Minister's questions. And I'm going to admit, straight off the bat, I was impressed with Kemi, very impressed. And you're going to see on the clip, the first statement that she makes shows that she's not going to play the anti-Trump game, and she's going to take the Labour Party and Keir Starmer to task over their past dealings with the now President-elect Donald J. Trump. Take a look.
Mr. Speaker, can I thank the Prime Minister for his almost warm welcome? And can I also echo the comments that he has made? It is an immense privilege and the honour of my life to lead the Conservative Party. And I look forward to joining him at the Cenotaph this Remembrance Sunday. As leader of His Majesty's opposition, I will be taking a different approach to the last opposition by being a constructive opposition. And so I would like to start by congratulating President-elect Trump on his impressive victory this morning. The Prime Minister and the Foreign Secretary met him in September. Did the Foreign Secretary take that opportunity to apologise for making derogatory and scatological references, including, and I quote, "Trump is not only a woman-hating, neo-Nazi sympathising sociopath, he is also a profound threat to the international order." And if he did not apologise, will the Prime Minister do so now on his behalf?
Mr. Speaker, there will be many issues on which the Leader of the Opposition and I disagree, but there will be issues that do unite this House on national security and Ukraine, and I do look forward to working closely with her on that, and I will provide her with the information that she needs to discharge her duties. That's the right thing for the country, and it's far more important than party politics. And the Foreign Secretary and I did meet President-elect Trump just a few weeks ago for dinner for about a couple of hours, and we discussed a number of issues of global significance. It was a very constructive exercise.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister did not distance himself from the remarks made by the Foreign Secretary, and I'm very sure that President Trump will soon be calling to thank him for sending all of those North London Labour activists to campaign for his opponent. Given that most of his cabinet signed a motion to ban President Trump from addressing Parliament, will the Prime Minister show that he and his government can be more than student politicians by asking the Speaker to extend? Can they show that they can be more than student politicians?
Order. Mr. Perkins, I don't need to anymore. Your voice curries, it's like mine, too loud.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Will the Prime Minister show that he and his government can be more than student politicians by asking you, Mr. Speaker, to extend an invitation to President Trump to address Parliament on his next visit?
Mr. Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition is giving a masterclass on student politics. Seriously, Mr. Speaker, we live in probably a more volatile world than we've lived in for many decades. It is absolutely crucial that we have a strong relationship that's...
So there we see Kemi, and her first comment before she goes on to Donald Trump is she's going to be different than the last opposition leader with constructive opposition. Now, you could take that two ways. You could take that way, number one, that she is going to give more opposition than Rishi Sunak did. We did a video showing how Rishi Sunak had been very pally-pally with Keir Starmer, or you could take it that she was saying Sunak played games and her criticism is going to be constructive. I'm not sure. I could go 50-50 on either way of them. But then what got really interesting was she gave praise to Donald Trump, and she didn't do it in the political way of we'll work with anybody, congratulations. She actually looked very happy in herself to praising Donald Trump. And then she went on the attack on the Labour Party, and she asked the Prime Minister, would he apologise for David Lammy's comments where he basically called Trump an anti-woman, a racist, and the rest of the terminology that we usually hear the left give off to Donald Trump. Of course, Keir Starmer didn't answer the question. Keir Starmer never answered the question. And then she went on to talking about how the Labour Party signed a motion when Trump was the first time he was president in 2016, where they tried to ban him from visiting the United Kingdom. And she went on to say, will Keir Starmer give an invite to Donald Trump to visit the United Kingdom? Now, for me, I think that would be fantastic. If for the Labour Party, they can show that they are very different to what they used to be. They can invite President Trump along and get our relationship with America back to how it should be. However, what Kemi's doing is playing a very, very clever game, because she knows the backbench Labour MPs, the far left, who don't have the brain power to see that we should have a good relationship with the most powerful country in the world. They will hit the roof and they'll put pressure on Keir Starmer not to let Donald Trump over, so it will cause a political nightmare for Starmer if he doesn't do it. But if he does do it, but if he doesn't do it, it gives Kemi more lines of attack on him. And finally, she criticised him on the point of Labour staff members going out to the United States of America to campaign on behalf of Kamala Harris. Now, this was really stupid of Keir Starmer for two reasons. The first reason is getting involved in politics in another country, and the second reason, it was obvious to anybody that unless he was cheated out of it, that Donald Trump was going to win the election in the United States. Now, the Labour Party claim everyone's got free will, but an employer, which the Labour Party is, these aren't civil servants, these are people who actually work for the Labour Party. An employer in all walks of life puts restrictions of what you can and can't do. For instance, you can't just go on social media and say whatever you want. In some jobs, if that comes out, you'll get sacked. So for the Labour Party to say that you can't go out and support a candidate in your own time, of course they can do that. But it went one step further. The Labour Party, with the Democrats counterparts over in America, was actually putting adverts out on how you could get accommodation for free when you got over there. So it was obvious that the Labour Party was encouraging, was probably the word, Labour staff members to go out to help the Democrats. But the thing is, with the left, because they associate with people who think the same as them all the time, they live in some type of bubble where you start to believe that everybody thinks the same way as you do. So the left probably thought that Kamala Harris would win the election. But let me know what you think about Kemi Badenoch and her first performance at the Prime Minister's Questions. I think it was a brilliant performance. And I must say, if we keep seeing more and more of this, maybe my opinion will change on Kemi. I think a lot of Kemi's language is great, but like Robert Jenrick, I worry on how genuine it actually is. So let's wait and see what we get from Kemi Badenoch. And thank you very much for watching this video. And please like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.